Getting the vibe. Getting the feels. Hello. And welcome. This is Productivity and Procrastination. I'm Joe. He's James. This is episode 51. You're looking to get productive. We're here to help you. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's
All right.
do this, Joe.
That's the intro. Tell me about your week, James. Tell me about it.
All
Tell
right.
me about your triumphs. Tell me about your pitfalls. Tell me about everything.
All right.
I need to know.
I'll summarize it and say there was just one big chasm.
Chasm? Chasm? Alright, that's fair. That's fair.
There were no triumphs. It was only nothing. Well, you know, if anything happens in my life, it's going to be on Thursdays, right?
Mm-hmm. We had talked about a few things we wanted to talk about. We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get to those eventually. So, yeah, I don't know. Thursday was going to be great, and then I learned that my sister was flying in from Australia and was going to be coming in Thursday morning. So
Oh, yep. That'll...
I haven't seen her in a decade plus, so I knew that day was doomed. It was good, yeah, seeing my sister. That's cool. But man, I didn't do anything. And I wasn't having a problem with it. I've got to the point where it's like, okay, well, this year's just screwed, and I'm gonna just think about things and deal with Christmas and end of the year and all that, and then by the time January 1st rolls around, maybe then I'll have a plan.
You're just giving up the whole year?
No, I'm not. Well, in a way, I'm giving up my expectations because all my expectations turn to crap. So
We just gotta figure out how to... We just need to
So
figure
I've
out how to
decided.
make your expectations come true.
That's exactly right. But I'm gonna take this whole rest of the time to lay out myself a better way of doing it for myself. So I have no expectations for my weeks going forward. I'm practically to the point where I'm going, you know what? Forget it. I'm done. Because what's the point? So I'm going to take some time and just figure it out. Sad, sad, sad time. That was my week.
Depressing.
Mm-hmm.
How's hanging out with your sister?
Oh, it was fine.
Nice. Fine?
I mean...
Not fun? Is she too Australian now? Did she come back with spiders?
It's
She poured them on
family,
you?
man. It's my family's my family. You know, it's cool. Yeah. I'll see enough of her. She's probably gonna stay here, so in the Tri Cities, so whatever.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
What was that? All right, cool.
What's my life?
Okay.
Nothing done, and now nothing. There's no happiness now. It's I go to work, and now it's like, okay, I don't know what to say. I have decided I don't care. I am gonna let life happen, and I'm at a low point, Joe. That's where I'm at. I'm at a low point.
Well, let me offer you something in this trying time. I mentioned my week would have been the exact same thing if it wasn't for this little guy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Look at that. Look at that butte.
That is a master goat.
That is a master freaking goat. He's not
What's
as
this
blurry.
blue line going on in the middle of the?
So
what's that?
there was this thing. This is the piece. Well, this was. I had drawn a horizon line, but I forgot to erase it when I started painting, and so I just kind of made it into.
How do you forget that line?
Because I'm mentally slow.
Did you not notice it?
I just like, okay, I'm gonna erase this before I start painting.
Why did you paint over it?
I did paint
like-
over it, but then it wasn't completely painted over it, so I decided to incorporate it into the piece because that's cool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Modern art hashtag.
Right.
So I was like, okay. I woke up yesterday. I was like, okay, I have to get
so much.
I have to paint. I have to paint a goat, and I was like, and Duck was like, oh, if you want to come over and paint here, you're more than welcome to. And so I did.
Why did you turn it into something like a poster?
I did. It's a line.
Okay. Well, it's a great line, Joe.
Thank you. I don't think you understand. But yeah, working.
I don't have to understand. It's art. I feel it. That's a great line, Joe. I like the goat. I don't like the line.
I couldn't tell.
I could have my opinion about the line.
Absolutely, you fucking can. That's yours to have. Am I in love with the line?
It's
Absolutely
still just
not.
an opinion, even if you use a cuss word in between.
Yeah, I'm gonna
magnify my opinion.
I'm
so
gonna magnify it because it deserves to be magnified. But yeah, I worked at Ducks with it. So he was working on some soldering and some other things while I was just painting, and it was fun. It was working simultaneously on different projects.
You have a second co-host. You can just transition to that. I'm no longer needed.
James,
there you go.
James.
You can. You only need one camera.
James.
You need a second one.
James, you can't give up.
Why can't I, Joe?
Because
why not?
Because you are unsatisfied with just the 9 to 5. You are unsatisfied with just existing.
You're not allowed to bring those things up.
So, James, life is going to get in the way. Life is going to get in the way. And that's why last week we talked about the importance of the day reinforcing the week and the week, or the daily reinforcing the day and the day reinforcing the daily. Do you remember that?
Go on.
So we talked about how working on stuff daily, so we're not putting all the pressure on one day, because not all the time will that day work out. And after the stream, we mentioned something. Hold on. It was the day and the daily, how the parts interact and how they reinforce each other.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember that?
Tell me how that happens.
So,
How do you use that information with somebody like me who has visited the chasm lately? Is just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna jump in already because me and this chasm, we're like real deep, real deep
Okay.
together.
so let's look into. So, I've been in this place too, and it's usually not because you like writing, you enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you not wanting to write? What's your project you're trying to make yourself do? Is the project the reason why you're not doing it? Is it just a slog of a project?
I don't know. No, it's
Okay.
not the project. It's just easier to do any fun thing. And
Okay.
so I'm it's not like my life sucks. I'm just enjoying it too much
And not
and
accomplishing what you want to do.
and not doing what I want to do, and then you're always just kind of like, "Oh, well, that's okay because,
Yeah.
whatever." And then the whatever doesn't turn out, somebody flies in so that and it just kind of sucks that nothing just seems to work out the way that you want it to. But I think that is life. Obviously, things just
Yeah.
don't work out. But I want it. I want there to be a flow about my life here. I want there to be
And I think
that.
that
And
comes
so
into daily.
for me, that's kind of like the simple way of saying it, but in order for me to make it like a daily thing, I've got to choose it.
Well, I can
Over
help you choose it.
the
So I was thinking, what if we set a time?
No, I'm not doing anything this year. Not doing a damn thing. Not setting a time. I'm not doing anything except just thinking about what the crap's going on.
Why not?
Because it's
You don't want to hang out with me for an hour? For every day?
no.
Why not? I'm great hanging out with. James?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything.
Oh my gosh, you're just giving up.
I am. I want to.
You've already been on
I-
vacation. Let's
No,
start
no,
working.
no. It's different. No. My vacation is excluding.
You're doing UPT, unpaid time off, not vacation.
Yeah, it's no, fundamentally it's that I don't want to do those things because I want to do other things. So I need to want to not do those things. I need to just think about it and get rid of it. I mold my life into a pattern that I like by
think-
subtraction.
No, I think you can just include it daily, and then it'll naturally become a part of your life.
Yeah. I'm broken, Joe. I don't want to work on it. I don't want to do anything. Just end this. Go and paint with duck. I need a break.
Are you saying that you want to be done with the podcast?
I'm getting there, yeah.
Huh. And why is that?
Because I don't know if I only care about doing things because of the podcast now, and I need to figure that out. I don't know if I want to do these things or if I want to do them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to I don't want any requirements. I don't want to do an hour worth of work. I don't want to put the small in. I don't want to do the big things. I want to subtract from my life and get it down to almost to the point where I do nothing. So I can add whatever I feel like I want to. I need to figure out what I want to add without the pressure of having to do anything. Yeah, I'm kicking and it's like, okay, well, there's only two options. One, I don't have any requirements, and I get to think about things while this period of time with too many things to do anyway is going on. And then maybe on January 1st, I will have had enough time and I can have restructured everything in my mind and I know what I want for the year. Or this could be the last episode. That's it.
Oh, are you saying you don't even want to do a next week episode?
Oh, I mean, I might pop on if you care to. Otherwise, you know, yeah, because who knows? In a week, maybe I'll have it figured out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying but I definitely don't have any requirements in my mind except for limiting everything I do and forcing me to just think. That's it. And figure out what I really want. I do not feel like just because I have a weekly check-in, that's why I'm doing it. I need to figure out why I want to do it. I need to figure out if I want to do it or whether or not I just want to focus on family, friends, fun, life. Because honestly, when I just physically change my life and fix things and change things, it's when I get most of the enjoyment right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I actually change my life. I and spend time with people. So there's got to be some real reason for me to do anything else. And I need to figure out if it's that I really want to do it or that I want to do it.
Yeah.
Not just the other way around. So I don't know. So I just need time to think. And no, I don't want to put any requirements on myself because I don't want anything interfering with what's going on with me. I'm frustrated and fed up with a lot of things. And it's translating into work too. Like, I have no joy right now. So I've shut off everything. I'm not listening to things. I'm just thinking and deciding. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what the end result will be. There's a part of me that wants me to come out of it real strong and in a kind of a writing boon. And there's a part of me it's like, well, if I don't, it's okay. So I have to find out which dog is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's going to end up being just a side thing, an hour a day or something like that. I need to figure out what I want it to be, and I want it to be a joyful thing. I don't want it to feel like what it feels like right now, which is like a chore. Something I have to do because I've told myself I want to do it. I want it to be something that doesn't feel like this. Because I'm not like reaching for it. I'm pushing it off till like, the next time, whenever the next time is. And there's only so much of that you can do before you go, okay, well, why? Why aren't you doing it? And if you don't want to do it, then so yeah, a lot of I thought, well, maybe I could do this podcast once every 2 weeks. Take a longer period in between, or just basically the conclusion is basically I think I need to think and take it a week at a time right now. And my hope is that, come the time when everybody's thinking about defining what they want for the next year, that I'll have something to offer at that point.
Okay. I mean, do we want to skip next week's episode and reconvene on the 30th?
Let's do that.
Okay. All right, we'll have to consider that.
Might take a little bit of the pressure off, and it might allow me to not have those interferences where you like feel like you have to have something to offer. Take some weight off. It might help in some way. Plus, it's a busy week.
Yeah, very true.
So, yeah. So, the discussion of how the daily interferes or structures and puts you into all that. And...
Yeah. Maybe we just call the episode here. And we reconvene on the 30th.
Well, you still have your week, Joe.
Yeah, I went over my week pretty briefly. I did some drawing, but majority of my progress was just in that goat, and that was just spending the day yesterday doing it.
Yesterday was... What day is it?
Yesterday was Sunday.
Gotcha. Oh, Sunday. Usually a play day for you, right?
Yeah, well, today's my art day, so
nice.
Yeah, I get some more art done.
And so how did the daily interact with that? You said you worked on it yesterday, but
I haven't been really great about doing it daily yet. It's something I'm building back up into. But I have gotten more comfortable with just sketching and drawing. But yeah, it'll pick up the more that I work at it. I'm gonna pause the stream. Fun. All right, we are back. I had to give a hug.
So anyway, yeah, they don't know that we paused, Joe. You don't have to.
They do know. I told them.
Say anything. So we were going to, discuss the things we'd make notes on, which was how the daily interacts with the day off. And I couldn't help but notice that you did kind of the opposite of what we were discussing there. You didn't have much daily, but you did have you did have like some extracurricular time with a friend, so that was helpful to you.
Yeah.
Probably made it so it was a little bit less like a chore and more like it was a fun thing with a friend.
Yeah.
So
like just hanging out and working on stuff.
Right.
It made it fun and easy to do, like easy to spend the day doing. Because I probably worked on it for 7 hours straight. Well, 6 hours. Because we took a probably about an hour break for lunch. But so probably 6 hours on that. And I felt productive. It felt fun. It's how I would like to do more things. It's just doing creative stuff in a group is really fun. Even if you're just working separately on different projects, just being able to talk with someone is nice. And then you mentioned that having just a day to do things is hard because you have to go from 0 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a wonderful way of looking at it, because that 0 to 60 can be daunting and hard to build up into on one single day. And so that's why the daily is so important, or at least we theorize, is because it makes it easy to go, okay, well, I'm drawing today, easy. I drew yesterday. I drew last night. I drew, daily drawing is my thing. So it's nothing new for me to pick up that pencil and go from the typical 30 that I'm going on the daily to 60 on the day.
Yeah. That's the theory.
Yeah. We just got to get comfortable working on it daily. And I think positive reinforcement is a big part of it. And I think having like an app like Habitica, or having some sort of accountability is really good to help for making it a positive thing. Or, yeah, something that can keep track of how many days you've done it in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah. And I don't discount that.
Because, yeah, it feels good to have these days in a row. And don't make it hard on yourself. Don't make the minimum, oh, I have to write 100 words, or it's not actually counts as a day. It's like, if it just is 10 words, give yourself the day. Like, it's more about building the habit and making it a part of your daily life that I think is more important than putting more stringent requirements on the day. Like, make it easy on yourself. Make it easy to keep the streak.
Well, we'll find out if that's the route I go or not. If I choose to do it.
Depression James.
No, I mean, it's weird. It's like I was talking to a coworker about this last night. It's not depression because I'm not depressed. It's frustration. That's what it is. And I couldn't come up with that word last night, but it was pretty obvious right now. I am frustrated with a lot.
Well, let's break it down. What are you frustrated with?
Well, I'm frustrated with
The situation.
some aspects in my life. Like, I need to fix stuff. I need time to, like, do actual physical things. I've been neglecting physical things. And then just like there's a lot of aspects of my life, and instead of working on them, I have gamed and had fun, which is fine because everything can be pushed off all the time. I mean, I don't really have to do anything. Mm-hmm. Everything is going to keep running. However, it weighs on me. And writing and doing those other things, and my wife's and I, thinking about our business and what we haven't done for that. Everything is I should be working on something, but I'm choosing to not work on it. So it's getting to the point now where it's like frustrating. And there's just so many things to do. It's like I've just managed it all wrong in my mind. So I need to decide whether this is something that I want to break up into small little teeny tiny things, or whether I want to just say, you know what? This year is work on my life year, or this year is work on my physical self year, or, and to hell with all the little teeny tiny little things and just work on one aspect. I don't know yet. Whether I want to manage all of it or just say, screw it. I'm going to have fun and I'm going to work on this or not. Because I have a complicated and complex factor of many things that I do. Just like anybody else. Sure, everybody has complex lives. But my pile of things to do has just compounded over the years. And so I don't know yet whether or not I want to manage all of those things, be a jack of traits and a master of nothing, or whether I want to choose a particular thing or a set of this and this, where I can actually focus a little bit and fix some stuff. Now, that could be writing. One of them could be writing. Hey, you know what? I'm going to write and I'm going to do this. And those are my two things that I really want to do this year. I don't know yet. That's part of one of those things I need to think about is how I want to tackle that. Do I I need to look back at this year and determine what did I accomplish? And was that enough? If I extrapolate that to this next year, am I going to get enough done that I feel like, I've improved what I want to improve that's going to make me feel good? Or do I need to go, you know what? I need to work on this and this and this, and it doesn't include writing, and it doesn't include this. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what I want, and I don't know what's going to be successful until I have that time to just think and decide. So I don't know if I'm going to write, and I don't know what's going to happen. But I think taking next week off will help.
Okay. So, some things that I would caution you against. There are some common pitfalls like, oh, I've already spent this much time doing it. I should probably just keep doing it. That's not something you should really ask yourself to your core. Is this something that I want to be doing? Is this something that I feel like enriches my life? Bless me. And I think it's important to really consider those things as far as like what you want to be doing, like what you enjoy doing. What brings you satisfaction that nothing else seems to match. And I would focus on that.
All right. Well, I will take that into account and write that down. And so that will play a part.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. So we will be back on the 30th. There will be no episode next week on the episode on week 30. Sorry, on week 52. There will be an episode on the 31st for you guys for New Year's Eve. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. If you do not get an episode on the 31st, you know why. It's James's fault.
Yep.
Blame him.
It's mine.
All right, we will talk to you guys later, probably, most likely. All right, goodbye.
Bye.